Hi, my name is Kyle Samuel. I play in a band called All Get Out. Today I'm going to be walking you through our song Goddamn. First, make sure your guitar is tuned to E flat standard. Just tune everything down a half step. For the sake of simplicity, I'm still going to refer to the chords as B minor, F sharp minor, and E minor, even though technically it's B flat minor. That's it. All right, so to open up, we have our intro lick. I kind of wrote this kind of like ripping off the Smiths, which is something I'm quite proficient at, ripping off the Smiths. Starts on the 7th fret of the D string. We're going to hammer on, right, to the 9th fret. And think of a B minor chord like this. We're kind of just outlining that shape. So 7, hammer on to 9, and then I'm grabbing the 7th fret on the G and B strings, so, right? And then, forgive me, we're grabbing the 7th fret of the G string and the 10th fret of the B string, so, right? And then we're going to walk the B string down to the 7th fret, so, like this. Right? So that's 10, 8, and 7. So, and you can see we kind of arpeggiate. I'm using hybrid picking for this, but this is totally possible to play without it. I'm kind of grabbing the B as I walk down. Right? So that's the first part of the lick. All we got to do now is just simply move the same pattern down, so we're starting on the 2nd fret of the D string. There we go. That's 5, 3, and 2 on the B string, walking down. Same exact lick though, just position shift. And then for the E minor, we're doing a, let's see, what do we do? It's been a while, guys. Right, so this is kind of like, think of a power chord, open E, B, and then I'm doing a 5th away from that B, so I get the F sharp on the 4th fret of the D string, so, right, so it goes, nope. 2nd fret of the G string there. And I'm simply walking down the D major scale or B minor scale. A, G, F sharp, E, D. 2nd fret, open string. 4th fret, 2nd fret, open string. So, and then I just simply repeat it. So. Live, I've started kind of doing this thing to get into the verse where I hit a harmonic here, and then I go over behind the nut, bend up to the F sharp, which is like a whole step bend. That's just a country thing that I like. Pretty. So into the verse we go. We're actually kind of taking that, and we're simply kind of reinterpreting it as a rhythm part. So what that means is live, Nathan's kind of, you know, comping, and what I'm doing is I'm hitting this power chord. So I'm using my octaves and grabbing A, G, and F sharp, 12th fret, 10th fret, 9th fret, and then I'm simply using my pinky to add that octave, which would be 14, 12, and 11. So, and that's copying the line from the intro, right? So, same thing, I'm hitting the F sharp, I'm grabbing the E, 7th fret, D, 5th fret, C sharp, 4th fret, and then my pinky's grabbing 9, 7, and 6 at that same time. So you know how octaves work, thing. And then for the E minor bit, we're not going to do that. We're going to do this F sharp minor, and then it's a little buried in the studio version, but this is kind of like I'm taking an E minor power chord, or E power chord, and then I'm hammering on with my pinky, or it could be any finger really, but, and that's kind of what I do underneath the E minor bit. So it's kind of a fun little exercise. Get your 1 note per string skills, you know. None of these songs are hard, right? But you gotta find the little pockets. So anyways, from the verse, we go into our chorus, which is very simple. All we're doing is hitting a low E, and then we got this kind of an interesting take on an octave where we're putting our 9th fret A string on the ring finger, that's our F sharp, and then our 7th fret B string, which is also F sharp, right? So, but at the same time, we're also hitting the 2 open strings in the middle here, so D and G. And what kind of comes out of it is like a really, like a B minor flat 6. No, it'd just be a B minor 6, right? Yeah. And it doesn't really come off that way. It's more of like just a noise. So. And simply that, play it as messed up as you'd like. That's kind of what it's for. So on the end there we go. So I'm just simply moving this F sharp octave up to A, 12th fret of the A string, 10th fret of the B string, 12, and then down to E, 7th fret of the A string, and 5th fret of the B string. So cool. So that's chorus 1. Verse 2, same thing. And so I think actually on the record too, on the second half of the verse, I'm going, taking that intro bit, just plug it into the second verse. That was very gratifying to do when we played music. Oh man. And so at the end of the verse 2, we're going into chorus 2, we do this little kind of unison thing with the bass, where all we're doing is going up the B minor scale, starting on E, low E. So basically it'll go. And so on that B, that's the downbeat of chorus 2. So it'll end up being like. Same part we just went over. And then on the back half of chorus 2, there's a delay line that goes like. And all I'm simply doing is outlining like a D major 7 chord, I suppose. So D on the high, on the 10th fret, high E, 10, 9, 7th fret B, 7th fret G. And then instead we're going up to 10th fret of the B string. Cool. And then that goes into verse 3. Keeping your delay on, whatever delay you use. I actually use the timeline, this dual delay setting they have with a lot of modulation. If you're, trying to nail the tone or whatever. I go from this 10th fret to the top of the verse 3 going. And that's simply, I'm letting that open E ring. It's kind of a little abrasive, but that's kind of the point. So 12th fret, B, going up to C sharp, 14th fret, going down to F sharp. I kind of bend up F sharp to G on the 8th fret, and then unison E on the E minor. And what I do is I kind of bend this like a microtonal idea. Just get a little rub there. And cool, and that's basically verse 3. Bridge, I quite like this part. I didn't really know what to record here, and I ended up doing kind of, I thought about like old kind of poppier punk records from like the late 70s, like Buzzcocks, where it was just, they did pop, but it's distorted. And so I did these kind of double stops. Cool, so very simple, doesn't really actually change. It's a D major double stop. We got 7th fret on the G string, 7th fret on the B string, and then I got kind of a similar, think of that D major shape here, except I'm just taking the 2nd fret of the G string and the 3rd fret of the B string. So that's our first half. And then on this back half, I got this kind of outlining a D major triad starting on F sharp, 11th fret, and then 10th fret of the B string. And then this is once easy because I don't even have to change the shape. I just move it down here to the 6th fret of the G string and the 5th fret of the B string. So, and then I'm kind of hammering on, grab that first shape, and then we're right back. And then at the end of the bridge, I kind of do this along with the build of the band. And then on the No More Running bit, it's actually a lap steel on the record, but live I'll just take the 10th fret of the B string, do like this, fast picking bit. That sounds really great. And anyways, you end up, long delay. Definitely, you need some reverb and delay on that to make it sound pretty good. And then for the breakdown part on the record, it's an acoustic guitar. So, but live, I did this thing with the Strymon Mobius where I kind of put a high pass filter on my guitar, so it sounded far away and kind of weak. And then, disengaged it for the last chorus. And I thought that kind of worked out pretty well. It's just this part again. The more that you slow that down, the more emo it is. So keep that in mind if you want to do that. And then, the last chorus. Tell me that you know already. And that's the song.
What confusing faith? Have you always been this way? If your tradition Something so I can give you all. Tell me that you already know. Something so I can give you all. Tell me that you already hear my truth. So probably well wishes to you. Or am I some suppressive person? Or are you my virgin? Look now, you gotta know. Always have a point, you'll just have to trust me. Don't overcomplicate. We're not aligned, you just have to love me. It's okay to feel this way. Everything's a scene, you and I can casually walk away from everything. Fail, repress. I can't shake away your best. I felt love and nothing else. The void without is a charmless wrung out. Something so I can give you all. And tell me that you already know. Something so I can give you all. And tell me that you already.
And that's about it. My name's Kyle Samuel. If you want to take Skype lessons with me, I am available at ksamuel92@gmail.com. You can email me or go to my Instagram. Keep following the All Get Out page. There's a live set that just got uploaded, and hopefully we'll get Nathan out to do an acoustic thing or something. And yeah, hit me up if you have any questions about this song or any other song, and I'd be happy to answer some questions. Until then, have a wonderful quarantine.